Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and yes, as you can see by the title, it's time for another kit video. I just love kits. I love looking back on old kits. I love looking forward to new kits. Stop judging me, I'm desperate for content. As you know, it is kit season. Every kit's getting revealed, released, leaked, blah blah blah. The new season is about to begin across the continent in different places. One's just ended in England, but we have another, the best, starting here in Scotland on Saturday and Sunday, where we see the return of the Scottish Premiership and co, which I'm buzzing for, absolutely buzzing for. And as I said, coming up to that, kits are getting released left, right and centre, which means we can make a kit video out of this. So I'm going to go through all 12 of the Scottish Premiership teams and look at what their best kit has been in the modern era of football. Now, I could have done this from 1998 onwards because that's kind of where the SPL started. But then I thought that would leave me with less options, and less good options as well. So I've decided to go from 1992, the start of the kind of Premier League era, and when the modern, and the Champions League and such, where the modern age of football kind of eased its way into happening. So do you know what, we're going to go from there. We've got some belters here. Some teams where I struggle to find a good kit. Some where even I struggle to find a photo of the best kit because they're that rare. And photos of them are that rare. So we'll try and get there anyway. We're going to go in alphabetical order, and it's just for a bit of fun. If you do enjoy, please make sure to hit like, make sure to hit subscribe, turn on the notifications. Can we aim for 300 likes in this video? We're nearly at 20k, so it's nearly a kit giveaway, so that helps. Right then, so starting off with Aberdeen, we're going right back to the year that this all starts, 1992. I believe their best home kit was then, in the kind of modern age of football. The 1992 to 93 home kit, it is a beauty. It's a classic sponsor as well, the AB Trust sponsor, and that goes way back. But the kit itself, you know, it's nothing special. It's not amazing, but I feel like Aberdeen's kits are always, I don't think they're a team that, you know, I feel it's hard for a team that wears just red in any country, you know, Man United, Liverpool, Aberdeen, to produce a kit that is absolutely outstanding, because they're always going to be going for a kind of bog standard plain red top. But this one is their nicest, an Umbro classic. You know how much of a fan I am of Umbro. Wrong side, there we go. I love the Umbro kits, but this for me is just a really, really nice kit. It's got a nice design going through the shirt as well that you can faintly see. Nice collar on the shirt. It's just classy. That's what this one is. It's nothing that screams in your face, but it's a classy early 90s football top, and for me it probably is the best of Aberdeen. I feel like the last few years they haven't produced anything madly spectacular. The best probably being, I think it was 2016, but for me this AB Trust kit is the winner for me in terms of Aberdeen kits. Celtic then, this is the one you've been waiting for. I mean, it only took two, but here we are. Celtic's, I think, is the 1997 home kit. I don't need to throw up a photo on screen, instead I shall aid you with a diagram myself. This is the best Celtic home shirt of the, I meant to actually clarify, this is home shirt song. If you want to see an away shirt, smash the like button. This is an absolute stunner, an absolute belter. This is from obviously the year we stopped the 10 in a row, so hopefully the kit that will be coming this year is the one that wins 10 in a row. But this is just absolutely beautiful. Once again, do I have to say much? Who makes them? Who makes them? The collar, the late night, it's just a whole late 90s feel. The badge going through the shirt, it's just a stunning kit. I mean, I fall in love with it every time I look at it. I mean, who thought that Umbro could also be the sponsor of a kit as well as the maker and make it look great? For me, it's just beautiful. The whole pattern going through the hoops and everything. I'm getting rather frisky looking at it, I'm not going to lie. Beautiful kit, and for me, easily the best Celtic home kit from 1992 onwards. We've had some stunners, but this, there you go, just for more, is easily the best. Of course, before I go any further, just to clarify, I am not the be-all end-all of deciding whose kits are the best, what kit's the best kit for which team. I'm sure that Aberdeen fans, Dundee United fans, Hibs fans, whatever, well, it's not even in the league anymore. I'm sure they'll have their opinions, and probably more kind of reasonable than mine. But we're going to go to Dundee United anyway. Dundee United for me is the 1994 to 96 home kit with the Rover sponsor on the middle. This one's just a bit different for me. Of course, Dundee United are pretty same as Aberdeen. You know, you get the same thing sort of every year. Same as Celtic as well, green and white hoops. But this is really nice. It's the tangerine with the stripes going down the shirt, and I'm a big fan of the grey and black and white collar on the top of it. I don't know who makes it. I think who is it that makes these kits? It's Pony. Pony makes these. I think Pony are long gone now. But an absolute stunner of a kit. I think got a slight pattern down the bottom of the shirt that you can faintly see in a darker orange. The Rover sponsor reminds me of my dad's brief in the early 2000s. But I just really like it. I don't feel like this will be a lot of Dundee United's fans' choices, but I just, it's something about it. It just looks like a proper football shirt. I really do. I'm a really big fan of this, honestly. The fact it's orange, you never catch me wearing it. But it's a lovely, you wouldn't catch me wearing any other teams to the top. But this, for me, is easily Dundee United's best home kit from 1992 onwards. It's mostly the collar that does it for me. The collar just, it's really nice. The cuffs on the bottom of the sleeves, pure old fashioned. Love it. On to Hamilton, and what could you really expect from Hamilton? They've not been a top flight club for the majority of the time between 1992 and the present day, but it was hard to find a good kit for them. I feel like I've had to bring it a lot more modern for this. I've went for the 2009 to 2011 home shirt. You may remember actually Alex Neil running about in this shirt, and I'm not too sure. It might have been just before or after. You could have seen McCarthy and MacArthur in them. I'm trying to find what years they played for the club. But anyway, this is the one I've went for, made by Nike, just as simple as you like, red and white going across. I feel like Hamilton have been guilty of overdoing, you know what I mean when I say Aberdeen, Dundee United, Celtic, you expect the same sort of thing. Hamilton have been guilty of trying to change it up at times and try to go too far with it. This is just simple, and it's probably one of their better entries. Now they're with Adidas, there's been some nice ones as well, but this for me is probably the nicest one. The sponsor fits the shirt as well with the red on it. It's a bog standard Hamilton shirt. Hamilton are one of the few teams on this list that really haven't had an exceptional shirt in my opinion, and Hamilton fans may be like, oh, go back to 1994. I never liked any of them. There was none that I liked. I thought they were all honking, and the ones that I did kind of like, I couldn't genuinely find a photo of, apart from the wee historical football kits photo, which gives you no real idea of what they look like. So for Hamilton, I've gone with this one. Could be better, could be worse. Hamilton, get some better ones in the future, please. But this is alright, it's not bad. I mean, it's here for a reason. Right, Hibs, I'm getting conscious of time, so I'm going to try and fly through a bit quicker. Hibs' kit, absolute stunner from 1998 to 2000. The Lecoq Sportif shirt. I mean, Lecoq Sportif, where have they gone, man? They should be making more tops. They make some absolute belters in the past. For me, this is an absolute stunner. Hibs were a team that was a difficult one because they've had a lot of good kits, both in the 90s and kind of the last few years as well. But for me, this is the winner, late 90s to early 2000s. This is a kit they wore, I believe, when I was born, and it reminds me a lot of a team from Italy. Like an Italian team should, if they wore green, would wear this. Probably just for the Lecoq Sportif going down the sleeves. I'm always a big fan of that, designs on sleeves with Umbro, Lecoq Sportif, whatever. This for me with the Carlsberg sponsor, the classic Hibs badge, not the new Hibs badge, and the collar as well, is just one of the nicest kits the league has ever seen. Definitely, hands down. Really, really nice. And easily for me the best Hibs kit. I think it was up there with the kit they wore, I think it was 3 seasons ago. But aye, this is just stunning. Well done, Lecoq Sportif. Get yourself back up here. Right, Kelly, I've gone for the 2004-2005 home shirt. I was honestly so tempted to put this one, the 2020-21 kit, because I still believe it's a stunner. But this is a really nice kit. The sponsor's quite iconic. Seriously strong cheddar. I mean, how better a sponsor can you pick? Apart from maybe Brownings the Bakers. Chris Boyd rocking it out here in his early days, but it's a really nice top. I like it. Sometimes I like when they bring it back in modern shirts where they put the badge in the middle rather than over on the left hand side or the right hand side of the shirt. I don't know, something about the middle of the shirt that just it gets to me. But this is once again, it's just done properly. It's not messing about. Of course, you could easily mess up the vertical stripes, as we have seen so many times across the league in the past few years in all my kit videos. But this has been done right. It's really nice. The sponsor's iconic. It's a shame Chris Boyd's wearing it. Livingston, I honestly have to just say very quickly, your shirts have been humming. From 1992 onwards, do you know how difficult it was to pick a shirt? They're all humming. They're all disgusting. The majority of them, up until the last few years. I've went with the 2018-19 home shirt, which was a bit darker than the normal yellow they go for. It's nearly an orange, to be quite honest with you. But it was nice. With Tony Macaroni on the shirt, it's better than the sponsor they've got nowadays. I mean, missed the days where it was Tony Macaroni on the shirt. And a nice collar. It's just a one block colour around the whole shirt with a nice button collar. It's very simple, very elegant. And I mean, what else is there to say about it? I mean, it's nothing outrageous. The home and away shirt for that season were pretty nice. and I feel like that was the best I've had since coming back up to the league, and the best I've had probably ever. It was a shambolic, selection of kits to go from, but we managed to find one, and I quite liked this at the time, so you know what, fair play, Livy, you got one in the end. Motherwell, alright Gogs, how you doing? I've went with a 1994-95 shirt for Motherwell, another Pony entry in fact, the second shirt that Pony have made in this list, and for me this is a proper nice shirt as well. I really like this. Motherwell as well, a team that I've had a few good shirts, a good selection of shirts to choose from, but for me this was the winner. I really like it. Once again, very, very 90s vibe about it, and I'm all things 90s football shirts. I love them. This is one of those ones that's done right. The sponsor fits incredibly well across the claret stripe in the middle, the Motorola. I like the design they've got on the bottom of the sleeves as well. Dead funky. It's a little bit jazzy if you like. And, of course, a button-down collar, because we know me, I love a button-down collar. But the amber and claret... I can't remember now, I think I've messed up, but you know what, really nice. I'm on claret, nice top, nice badge, nice, it's just a nice kit, well done. 1994-95, we're going quite far back as well for that, but it is a really nice top, well done Motherwell, well done. And keep producing nice kits. Right, the moment Rangers fans have been waiting for, you were wondering, what is Ryan going to pick for our best ever shot? Well, it was hard to pick any, because it's a Rangers shot. But I asked for the opinions of my Rangers friends and or acquaintances. I'm joking, friends. It's the 2007-08 shot. For me, it's probably the most iconic Rangers shot from my memory. I remember them going to Manchester with a shot. And at the end of the day, even though it's a Rangers shot, it's a pretty nice football shot. It's a bit different, isn't it? The bit going along there. I'm trying to draw it out with my hand. There's not a lot of things wrong, and of course, if you know me as well, you'll know that I love the Carlin sponsor. And the days where Celtic and Rangers had the Carlin sponsor was peak football. That was football at its absolute finest. And of course we won the league this year, so that adds a bonus to this shot being their pick. So, yeah, I think it was 3 in a row that season in fact. I would just like to say, on behalf of all Ross County fans, I am so sorry. I never realised one football club could have such a horrendous line of footballing shirts. Horrendous. It was so hard to pick one that was nice, but the one that I thought was the nicest and the one I went for, you may remember Liam Boyce tearing it up in it, is the 2016-17 home kit with the white stripe going down the middle. It's the macro that made it, yes of course, which we all know my opinions on macro, but it's nothing special, but it's certainly the best of a bad bunch. There's not many positives I could say about it except well done for having a button down collar, you know how to grab a man in. But for me, it's nothing great. But none of the kits have been. And I feel bad for saying I've not had one good kit. And there's probably a Ross County fan watching saying, hold on, this is an absolute belter. I didn't like any. I just didn't. I'm sorry. I've went with this. As you can tell by my face, I am absolutely jubilant that this is the one I went for. Another team I found it incredibly hard to find good photos of shirts, but I found the one that I wanted anyway because I think this is the nicest. I believe it's 1997, St Johnstone's home shop with the famous grouse across the middle, the blue with the thin white pinstripes going down it, made by Zara. It's a nice football kit. I believe it was quite hard as well to find a lot of good St Johnstone ones, but this one was really nice. I'm actually quite a fan of it. I think they've done it well. The badge though, the badge and the Zara are a bit far off. They're like, where do they think your tits are? Like, they're at your shoulders basically. Apart from that, it's done really well for a late 90s, early 2000s top. Nothing incredibly special, but easily their best one. And see, to be honest, it's a lot better than any of the shirts that Ross County have probably produced in the last 3-4 years. So, bring back something like that. Get the famous grouse bags, I suppose. That was awful nice. Which brings me on to the final kit of the video, St Mirren's, and theirs is one of the best on this list. I think it's up there and easily the upper half anyway. St Mirren's 1997-1998 home shirt with the Mitsubishi sponsor, made by, I believe it's Diadora, but it's so nice. This is, every year I complain about how many stripes there is on the St Mirren shirt. This is perfect. This is like Carnival Tent Extreme. I love it. It's fantastic, and the collar is really nice as well. The collar with the bit down there as well on the neck. It's just such a nice top. It's beautiful. It's done so well, and they should look at this and use this as the template each year when creating a St Mirren shirt. I would love to see a recreation of this top. for the next season or whatever, for the next following seasons. It's just so nice, and the sponsor makes it look even better. It fits the top perfectly, considering I've got the red going through the collar and the everything else in the Diadora. It's just such a lovely, lovely top. St Mirren, get that back. Wear that next season. Just get Diadora's permission and get that slapped back on your chest. Beautiful kit. Which does it for this video then. If you have enjoyed, you know what to do. Make sure to hit like, make sure to hit subscribe, turn the notifications on. And if you want the best away kits of the Scottish Premiership at some point over the next few weeks, hit that like button, go for 300, and we will do that. Because I love exploiting kit videos. They're great. They're easy to talk about. Because you're just talking nonsense. Yes, Premiership predictions will be out on Wednesday. Look forward to that, and I'll see you all next time.